Hello, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of my last craft fair. Let's get into it. My last craft fair was Saturday at Idley Park in Leesburg, Virginia. It was called the Spring Bling. It was run by the Parks and Rec Department. The booth fee was $95. There was a $15 application fee, and I paid $10 for a corner booth. I'll put up a picture of what the spot looked like. So right off the bat, the first con was that I had a really terrible spot. I originally right off the bat paid for a corner spot, and I was put in like a middle spot. And when I emailed and said, hey, I just want to double check I have a corner, she was like, oh, no worries, and then put me on a corner spot. And then when I showed up, the spot that I had the bleachers right next to it, so I couldn't do my layout that I wanted, or I would have been trapped. I wanted to do an L, which is a typical layout of a corner spot. And then also against my back wall, I had brought a tent to hang my sign up, and because you're not allowed to hang anything on the wall, so there's no way to hang up a sign if you don't have a structure. I could not put the tent all the way up because I was right below the basketball net, so there's this device on the wall that if I put the tent up all the way, it would have broke the tent. So I was not happy about my spot. When I showed up Friday for setup, and I saw that this was there, the bleachers, and then the thing on the wall, and also the wall was like indented, which meant like my tent was a little bit out of my space. I went and politely said something to the lady who was running it and asked if I could be moved somewhere else, and she said that it was full, but she was able to refund me the corner spot. So that's good to know for next time. I would not accept a spot along the wall where there is a basketball net, where now I know. So I can show you on the picture. Hold on, let me grab the piece of paper. Here is the layout. So this is where I was originally put, but I paid for a corner spot, so then I got moved down here. So you see how it's indicated that the bleachers are here? This does take up part of the booth space. And then see this box right here? This indicates the basketball net. So if you have a bleachers next to you or this thing on the wall, see here, 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 I would not accept any of these spots. These are not good spots. But I did not know that. However, I would recommend being in the basketball court. There are three options: basketball court, aerobics room, and the hallway. The hallway is just kind of awkward because it's too open. It's weird. And then the aerobics, that seems super claustrophobic because the ceiling is so low. So I definitely did like being here, but I would want to be on one of these spots. Even this spot honestly would have been better than this. Now that being said, the event, when I asked to be changed to a spot, I was able to get a refund, so that was good. And I was able to hang up my sign. I just had my tent lower. It didn't allow me to use my whole sign to be seen. But that being said, it was a very great event. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I am going to try and sign up for the winter show. The pros was that you didn't have to wear a mask. It was inside. There was clean bathrooms. There was steady flow of traffic. It was a safe environment. And it was actually interesting, it being a government building, I still didn't see any police walking around. Normally at events like this, there are some police. And then the sales were really good. People were there to buy. People weren't there to just look around, which was really nice. There could have been better advertising, I would say, because there were a lot of people who came in and that were wet from the pool, and they just came because they were at the pool. But that being said, there was a ton of advertisement that was done. Now, the cons was my spot, which I just told you guys all about. Getting in and out. So the sidewalk, just good to know, is that it's very downhill. So you need to bring a dolly. And when you get a dolly, you might need a second person to make sure all your stuff doesn't go toppling off. Because as you're leaving out the door, it goes downwards and then you have to turn onto the sidewalk. And as we were trying to pack up, since everyone else is on the sidewalk and the sidewalk is so thin, you have to like by people. So like it's like very claustrophobic trying to like pack and unpack. There was no music, so in the times when it did lull down, it was very like awkwardly quiet. And then the aisles were a bit tight. For how large the aisles look here, it looks like there's a whole 10-foot space. It was not like this. The aisles were quite tight. And the basketball hoops, they were straight down. They were not put up. And then there was too many jewelry and candle people, and there was no people downstairs. So apparently for the winter events, there are people downstairs. So I had a lot of customers ask me if there was more vendors. They weren't pleased with the amount of vendors. There should have been more. So, and another, I don't know if this is a pro or a con. So normally at events like this where it's free to come in, there are more teenagers or more kids, and I sell a lot of scrunchies and key fobs to this demographic. There was not hardly any teenagers or kids, but on a good aspect is, not to stereotype, but a lot of teenagers steal, and that is a very stealable item that you could put in your pocket. So I don't know, pros and cons. Let's talk about money. So I had 22 sales. The average dollar per sale was about $22. I made $512 in sales. My credit card fees were $32. I made about $20 in tips. And the booth fee was $95. So $512 minus 95 minus 32 plus 20 is $405. And that's not including the material cost. I sold 16 sets of reusable towels, 23 jar openers, 5 scrunchies, 3 key fobs, 1 pillow cover, and 3 soap towel pouches. So just like with every other event, I knew that the jar openers and the towels were going to be the most popular items, and I tried to make sure I have a ton of them. And for my next event in April, which I've been waitlisted for, so I'm still waiting to get confirmation that I will be at the event. It's called the Flower and Garden Show in Leesburg, Virginia. So I need to make more jar openers and towels. And as you can see, I already have more material. This is going to be towel. And then I have, so I need to have about 20 of each for each day. So I have 50 jar openers right here that are almost done for the restock. And then I just got some more flannel. So that's good. I'm glad that I was able to make a positive I was able to make money at this event to turn that cash into more product so that I could have additional product for my next coming up events. Like I said, I would totally recommend this event. I think it was organized very well. It was a very clean space. It was very well done. There was tons of customers. When I talked to any of my neighbors, they seemed very happy. They seemed to like how many customers there were coming through, and people seemed to be making sales all day. So if you're looking to sign up for the Spring Bling event in Italy, I would highly recommend. Just keep in mind the spots that I told you about. Don't accept one of those spots if you're trying to put up a sign or if you have things that you're trying to use the whole space. I wouldn't accept it or pay the extra fee for a corner booth, but now you know. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, or you know anything about the event, please let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.